Hello, 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 and welcome. My name is the Demonic Tutor. I thank you for joining me on this afternoon. Let's get into the Brawl. First thing up is it wants me to use a whole bunch of lands at once. I have a deck for just such an occasion. Ooh, it took its time to load there. It is even aptly named Landfall to boot. Let's see, first hand is 3 lands, mana fixing, and an extra land drop. Yeah, I've even got removal and some extra upside here. These two. Just gonna keep it. All I'm really hoping for at this stage, more gas. All I'm hoping for right now is to draw something that either plays a land, searches for a land, or just a land itself is all I'm looking to draw. Is either another land or something to search my deck for a land and put it into play. I have white and black, so let's get black and green. Let's get the Surveil land. That is a land on the top. That can stay there. As they do some mana fixing of their own. Let's just get this tapped because I do not need my mana yet. I could have gotten my mana open to use this, but I don't feel like using this on either of their creatures. I feel like I want to save that for the commander itself. I know how nasty she can be. Yeah, let's play this as a land. Cast you. Extra land drop. Cast him. Cool. Now I can cast the commander next turn, depending on what I draw. Probably just going to cast him. I doubt anything could make me want to wait. Yeah. Innkeeper is very nice, but I got another life gain already on the board. Let's go ahead and poke for 2. Might as well. I forget that this deck, I have to choose not to dredge up whatever the land is. What is... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. So I have to deal with that immediately. Okay. So I was saving this for the commander. Instead, I guess I was saving it for Elish Norn. You can have the card. I don't want to pay. I might as well. Once again, swing for 2. And as I said, I don't have something for her. Draw. Oh, no, that's a very good card for me to draw. My issue is that I still don't have a land to play. Actually, let me get this on the board. This is purely a value piece. No, I'm not going to swing into it. Well, that's a problem. Sadly, nothing I can do about it. They know I have something in my hand, and I think it just scared them into not attacking me, and I'm very happy about that. I do have an instant, but I could tell you it's not an instant you should be scared of, but apparently they're scared of it. Yay for me. Oh man, speaking of cards I wish I had removal for. Huh. Actually going to use that. You know what? Yeah, I will go ahead and pay. Draw for the turn. It's a land. Looky here. So now I cast Delny first. And then play the land. I would have loved to have played the land first because then I could sacrifice the Mesa. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Wait, no. They have a couple blockers, but now that takes away... There we go. Swing for 4. Because now they can't block with Shoulder, and they can't block with Lesa, which is what I want. Yeah, they're wondering why I'm not swinging with the other creatures. Because I know you would block those. I would block those too. That's why I'm not swinging them. They are now accurately recognizing that I can just swing in, so they swung back. Smart. Kind of the same thing. Do I cast it without? Yeah, I think I do. Oh, yeah, because that actually gave me 7. Cool. Oh, I have the Dryad to give me the extra land drop. I was like, how am I getting another one? I'm getting more triggers than the game can fucking keep up with. Jesus. Let's get Surveil land. Oh man, I get 2 Surveil triggers. Cool. Yeah, that can stay on the top. No. Actually, I'm fine with leaving it on the top because now I'm going to crack the other one. They were like, I'm not even going to sit through this. They literally said, I would rather just give it to you than sit through that. I think I was up to over 60 life, so I had already gained like 30 life. Let's say that one turn. Sheesh. That deck is fun. I didn't realize it was that nutty. Good to know. At least with friends you can shortcut that a little bit, but like in paper you can shortcut that. But that was still fast. It's still going through all the triggers. It just has to ask them. They're probably wishing that they didn't have a card they could play. That way the game wouldn't ask them each one of my triggers. Because I put out Delny, so I was getting all of my normal triggers times 2. And that was making it go a little nutty. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's a 2 land with no way to ramp at all. We're going to mulligan that. Oh. Okay, this hand is weird.
Screw it. I'm going to keep it. Because of the land tax combined with the treasure token, I'm going to keep it. If it wasn't for the treasure token that he makes, I would have had to chuck this to the bottom. But because he makes a treasure, we can keep it. What the hell is that?
This costs X less, where X is the greatest power. Oh boy. When it dies, conjure, so just poop 2 of these things onto the field. Great! That card is busted. Why did... Oh. I mean, I think I know why they scooped, but it's still funny. I'll take the free win, thanks. Do one more game with this deck and get the rest of the lands scattered throughout. Ooh, Bristly Bill. Arguably a card I should make room for in this deck.
Okay, this is funny, but it's bad. It's funny because both of the lands in my hand are fetch lands. We're gonna take the freebie. Woof. Also to 2-land hand. This is just as bad.
Going to 6.
Oy vey. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it on the hope and the belief that I draw into a land. Because if I draw 1 land, then I'm fine. Because I can use Heaped Harvest to get me 1 land, which will get me up to 4. That'll let me get the commander out. That'll let me also get up to 4 mana to cast this guy, which has 4 or greater power. That way this can go get 3 more basics. And in that time, I've also drawn Harrow, which is good, but not the best.
There we go. I was looking for another land and I got it. Now I'm chilling.
That is a shame indeed. There's a number of cards that they have not put on Arena, and I don't know why. I wish they would.
What is your commander? That is an interesting draw, but I'm still gonna Plains and Heaped Harvest. So I have double green. Let's get the only swamp in the deck. Oh, literally just a copy of your Caesar. Oh.
Yeah, that is too bad. Caesar is a amazing card. I have the precon myself. Yeah, Caesar is just amazing. Now I'm happy I held on to this.
Scheisse. Do I cast the commander? Do I wait?
Yeah. This just sucks because now I don't have anything else that I can do. Oh, wait, I forget I can play this as a land. But I don't want to play it as a land. I want to I want to blow up Shadow Spear. Wait. No, never mind. I can get it in the graveyard. I have ways of getting rid of it and getting it back, so we're going to play it as a land.
Just guys making dudes.
Love that description of just guys making dudes.
That is surprisingly effective a lot of the time. Especially if you can go wide enough.
That's the only trick, is going wide enough. Oh, my goodness.
That's a problem. Actually, a problem is an understatement for what that is. I'm gonna excuse me.
That's funny.
Never really used Winota myself, so I can't speak to it, but that's a apt description. Can I get... How many triggers can I get out of this? Let's see.
There we go. Okay. Does it? Yes, it does. Okay. And we're just going to do it right now. Yes, I am sure I'm going to pay the 7 life.
Oh my god. Yeah, I can safely say, too, that you won that game with that many triggers. My goodness gracious.
I would agree. Giving him infect is gross.
Whew. Can't even say that was gross. That was just well played. They had a good time. They had a good time to draw or to play their Akroma's Memorial. Let's see. This is what I had on last, and we'll switch to a Vika next. Yeah, I'm thinking about the lines of giving Caesar infect, because then the token zap for however much damage is also infect damage.
That's why you have to build more than one. I have probably 10, I want to say.
Maybe a little bit more than 10. I'll see exactly how many after this.
Maybe shortly, depending on the hands he gives me. Speaking of Akroma's Memorial, here's my own copy.
4 mana. No, we're going to go to 6. Oh, that's just as bad. I want a 5 to look. I am going to try to keep this one. The Chroma's Memorial can go away, as can the Terror. I'm going to count on this Contact Other Plane drawing me into stuff. Well, drawing a land is pretty helpful considering what deck I'm playing, so I'm okay with that. Ooh, that's going to be a problem.
So that's going to come down on the board early.
And I am not going to have anything to play to block it. Not for a while. This is the turn to play this, because I can get away with playing it tapped. And I do not need the mana. Oh boy. And beginning to go this wide is very problematic, to say the least. Because now I'm going to be hit for 5 next turn, and I still won't be able to cast a blocker. That's not any better. Big roll? Nope. Nope. Don't think I'm winning this one.
Ouch. I mean, it helps that I'm almost there. I can cast her, I believe, next turn, but it's going to be a little bit... It's going to be too little too late. No, I said next turn. I'm not going to have a next turn. You can have it. Yeah, they have Xaxes sitting on the board already. And I see that they have a Hair Apparent deck. Their win strategy has now become very apparent. And this is one of the best ways to deal with a deck like an Ovika. Kill her before she gets going. On the bright side, I've apparently played 5 lands, so that's a chunk of that down. Oh, that's right. I was going to see how many I had total, just for curiosity's sake. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 over here, which means 14. So I have 15 total. I undersold myself by 5. I have mono red, mono blue, and mono green. I have not built the other 2 colors. No, I take that back. I do have mono white on here. I have not built mono black on here. And then there are, I'm sure, a few other wedges or color combinations that I haven't built either. Yeah, Caesar is white. You could do that in Caesar too. Didn't think of doing that, but yeah, that's an option. They make the tokens for you. Oof. This hand is just as bad as the other ones. Freebie. No, this one's pretty bad. So I have 2 mana. I have 2 draw spells, but I don't have the 3rd mana to cast the Mana Rock, which will get me to these 2. So we're going to 6. Hey, vey. I'm just going to keep this one, but this is going to the bottom because I don't have a red in here. But this is a game I very well might just leave, depending on my mana situation. Depending on how the mana comes together or doesn't come together. Oh, thank you very much for the follow. Really appreciate that. Dude, what now? Another. Huh. As my friend likes to say, that does not suck. I like that a lot. Now I begin to ask the question, do you pay the 1? Thankfully the computer will do that for me, and hopefully that will find me the lands or mana rocks I need to catch back up. Oh, yep. I was going to say, they delayed playing their commander by a turn to play around my Rhystic Study. That hurts. That was smart, and I would do the same, but that hurts a little. Not going to lie. The only good news is I finally have a blocker, so that's something. But again, now, excuse me, the 2 cards in my hand do not help me whatsoever with getting my commander on the board. So now I have to draw another mana rock or a land. I got a land, I'll take it. We are up to 6 mana now. I'm just gonna pass. My creature dies in that fight. No reason to swing. What the? He's gonna Swords to Plowshares this? No. Nuh-uh. Now I can resolve. Why can't I cast anything? I have the medallion. It's my second... Wait, what is this right now? Oh, we're at my end step. Damn. That's why he did it when he did it. That makes more sense. He waited to do it to where even if he gave me a card off of the Ristic Study, I can't use it. So that was very smart of him. Oh. You bastard. He sacrificed a clue. But it's only a non-token, so I actually don't care. Do I want to use the removal now? Actually, I'm going to cancel that because I want the blocker. Yes, I do. Kill that. That way I get an extra soldier before he goes poof. I got an anthem out. Very nice. Oh. I don't think so. I don't want you to flip that. That does not sound like a good time for me. 2, 3. Okay, so I just have to wait. I have to do it like that. Alright. Cast the big lady. She's here. You get to deal with it. Can you kill her? I kind of doubt it because they only have 4 mana. Okay, now they have 5. Now they have a little more wiggle room. I remember that equipment being very good, but I don't remember what it does. +3/+1 does not suck. That's pretty nice in and of itself. Create 2 tapped 1/1 spirits with flying. Oh, but they're tapped and attacking because it's a legendary. Okay. Jump block. And kill. I at least get to kill one of the tokens and prevent them from flipping the invasion over. I guess I just land. Let's see here. This is probably going to be game. I'm just going to say it because I think it is. Yeah, nope. They didn't block Ovika. That was their mistake. They may or may not have lived if they blocked her, but they didn't, so that cost them. Actually, no, now that I think about it, because it showed -11, which is the game shortcutting all of the damage. Or no, it's saying now it's done lethal. It's not going to do any more. I still had 6 more 1/1s that were going to smack her. So those are all basically going to hit for 3. Yeah, I think I would have not been able to kill them if they had blocked Ovika. But yay me, I suppose. Ovika gets a win out of the exchange. That is what that card is supposed to do. When I play City on Fire, the game should be ending at that point. Gonna change decks again. This one is a rainbow deck. Oh boy. That is not a good hand. This one is much better. Much better. Yeah, this is a snap keep. Specifically because of the wilderness reclamation, this one's a snap keep. I'm going to do something funny here. I'm actually going to play this on turn 1. I know it enters tapped, but I obviously don't have anything I can play with it. The reason is in case I drew something that I could play on turn 2 that required green that was like a 2-drop, now I have that green available. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had it. Of course, naturally, I drew something that can tap for green that I can make come in untapped, but I digress. They played a tap plan. They're playing it a little slow. Land and Minerock. So now I can cast the commander next turn. They played a ramp creature. Nice. I am going to have this enter tapped and ask for a little bit of help from Phyrexia and cast my commander. Now the question for them is, do they ramp? They do. Now I have to keep mana open to cast this to counter him. Because I do not want to pay that ward cost, very simply. Beautiful. So the land is nice to draw that. Can I cast both? Yes, I can. Let's get this out, and let's get this out. And I'm going to smack you for 4, because you didn't leave it open to block. What you can do with that creature is block and then sacrifice it. That's the big brain play with that sucker. That way you still get your sacrifice and your search, but that way you still get, sorry, I'm like, I said it then immediately lost my train of thought. That way you get your search, but then you also are able to have a blocker for the turn. Cool. So I had to use my removal, sorry, not my removal. I had to use my counter spell to keep my commander alive. Oh. I actually will happily reveal that. And let's cast this. Alright, what's in your hand? That's funny. Oh. I'm actually going to take this. Thanks. I'm going to play that. I don't want to block him no matter what I'm doing. So let's just go you. Because you have the most specific mana pips. Really? Oh, but yeah, no, but then they're gonna untap anyway, so I can cast this and not care. No, it's an instant, so I'm under no. I have no reason to wait. Sorry, I have no reason to cast it now, as opposed to just waiting. So I'm gonna wait to cast Bitter Triumph. And I'm showing you that I have a counterspell for Sauron. What are you going to do? So now they're just willing to cast this because they need more information. And they're probably happy to discard a card that I know about to have 2 cards that I don't know about. Okay. They're just getting value right now. That's all they're doing. Oh, wait, I thought this was a draw spell. This is a removal spell? Even better. Now I have a way to remove his commander. Now I've got a removal spell for his commander or whatever else is a problem for me. Yeah, he just realized that I'm sitting on removal for his commander and a counterspell. You know, naturally that means we're done here. Good luck fighting through that. Bunch more lands played. Play this one more time, then we'll switch, given that it just got its win for the day. Oh, goodness. Don't care if it's a minority opinion. Don't care if it's an unpopular opinion. I hate the theft mechanic. I hate this kind of shit. I put the cards in my deck so that way I could play them. Not so you could play them, but so I could play them. And the game has made it easy for me by saying I'm not going down to 4 or to 3 and hoping that I mulligan into a land tax. So at least there was that. Now the only question is whether or not that counted for the 500 for that 450 there. I don't know if it did. I think it does because I got in the match and then left. Well, not left, but scooped. I conceded. The Scorpion God. What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, I can actually keep this because of Helga and the lands. I can keep this. The relic is nice, but I would love to try to cast that with a kicker cost. All right. Whenever a creature with a -1/- encounter dies, draw a card. Let's go boom and boom. Mana Sink, 3 mana, put a -1/- encounter on something, and when it dies, return it to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. Wild. Nothing but value. A Mana Sink, a way to make you draw cards, and built-in saving, that way you have protection from it getting blasted. Oh, they are smart. They're going to play little stuff. My first thought is you can kill other people's creatures with this, and eventually you will draw cards that way. No, 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 no. You can also kill your own creatures with this, and draw cards. It just says it needs to die. It doesn't matter who's using it. Let's get Helga on the board. It doesn't matter who controls the creature. It just matters that the creature had one of these counters on it and then died. So it can be your own creature that dies. That's funny. Okay, that's pretty wild. Oh, I hope you don't have something for it. Yep, they did. Damn it! That one hurts. Not gonna lie. That one hurts. Because now I have to spend a turn just casting this to get Helga back, because now I can't cast the commander, because I actually needed Helga on the field to either tap or to tap Mox Amber for a color. Oh, for crying out loud. So now, okay, that's just... No, hold on. Let me not immediately just fold to Graveyard Hate. That's infuriating, yes, but I should be able to recover from that. Should being the operative word, but anywho. Oh, because I have... Okay, I was like, how can I cast him? Yeah, let's get Heliod out. No targets to return, no attack. Just gonna sit here.
Oof. He killed it, but because the Gloom Shrieker exiles itself when it dies, it doesn't get a death trigger for the Scorpion God to witness. So he doesn't get his draw trigger off of that. That is funny. Okay. Once again, a little bit of help from Phyrexia. Gonna get the commander out. Interesting. I figured he would swing, but he didn't. Go to my turn. Alright, we got 2 free. Can we get a freebie? I just drew something that would count. Hey, we can. Reveal. Boom, boom, boom. I'm actually just going to cast him immediately. One, 2, 3 after this resolves, I think? Yep, okay. Oh, that's funny that that's enough to flip him. Yeah, no. No effects after that. Good to pass the turn. Your creature is a lot bigger than mine, and you have a death touch. I'll take one. You don't have anything in my graveyard to steal because you already exiled it, dude.
On principle, no. A land and a draw is a lot more powerful than something that comes in tapped and is limited to one color.
Let's get this. We're going to have it enter tapped. And then we're going to activate Beladros to untap all of these lands. Why can I? Oh, because I need a black. So he gets both. Got it. Love that it says just card name at this point. It's my Helga that's still exiled under here. Why would they cast that and then scoop? That doesn't make sense to me.
Like, why cast that and then scoop? If they live through one turn, they probably will able to be put counters on things with nothing else than his effect, they'll be able to do that at least once, if not twice, provided they like draw a land. I don't get why they scooped. Maybe it's just my explosion of value here, but I don't know. Yes, give me another card that I already have. Very amusing to me that the game does that. And we go on to the next one. Alright, different deck, different set of restrictions. Oh, this is tough. We got 2 lands. I've got 2 3-mana rocks, including the best one to play as early as you possibly can. But I don't have a 3rd land. So if I don't draw that 3rd land to cast these 2, I'm screwed. Which feather is this? How busted? Oh, very busted. Alright. We're going to take the free mulligan. Wow. Why are both of you following me? Get out of here. Thank you. We're going to keep 6. That's going to go to the bottom. And I do have something that can enter tapped for the turn 1. Oh, we drew a fetch land. That's nice. Nah. I'm just gonna command tower and get Artist's Talent on the board because I can. Don't know how soon I'm gonna be able to level it up, but it's there. So that's nice. Let's cast the commander because I can. They did 2 tap lands basically for their first 2 turns. 3rd land coming in untapped with a revealed plains. And ramp. Nice. Okay. Let's go. Fetch land. Get the Chrome Host on the board. Alright, let's go red and green, I guess? Yeah, red and green based on what I have. We'll get the Snowland. All I'm really wanting is just color fixing. And now Feather is on the board. And I have to work through attempting to kill him. Nice thing is I've got 2 different ways to attempt that in my hand. But first things first. You know what? Let's force the issue. Yeah, let's force the issue. Do they not have something for this? Oh my goodness. I figured they would have a response. Yeah, let's get the cost reduction now. No, they just let it happen. I have to think... You know what? I have to think that they either have a way to remove the enchantment or a way to, like, blink him. And then they don't have to worry about it. I have to think that. Oh, Young Pyromancer is a great card. Has his Storm Kiln. These are both fantastic creatures. I run them in decks myself. Have copies of them both. So this is what's tough. Because what I would like to do is get this on the field and then cast this. The problem is right now X I think would be 1. Or no, actually X would only be 0. Or it might be 1 because of my cost reduction. So... yeah, I think I'm just going to still do the setup and just get this out. And my Surveil land. That's a nice card on top. It's a very good card.
Yeah, swing both. I don't think you're going to block. Yeah, that's why I swung. I didn't think they were going to. Now I can make some more decisions. No, because as nice as it is to cast it now and blow up the Pyromancer, I'd rather cast it next turn and try to blow up the Artist. Draw. Okay, I was like, why does that look like it's been changed? Because it has been modified. To use the word they're saying. I definitely don't have the mana to kick that. Okay, let's cast this. And X is only going to be 2. And let's give the flyer the buff because I know the flyer's getting through. Forget that thing is not a May. It always has to stop and ask me. Oh, that's a really good card to flip off the top and go, hi! I have a conditional counterspell showing, or a fight spell. I don't even need the fight spell right now. No, I want the mana open for the charm. Nope. Actually, they have enough to pay for it. I don't care. I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to make you pay for it. If you want it, pay for it. Nice. It'll land that time. Cool. Land for turn. Let's see. 4. So I have 7 mana to play with here. Oh, they still don't have a flyer because Feather's still kind of neutered. Wait, can I kick it? Oh, if I can kick it, fuck it. Let's kick the thing. Yep, bounce 2 out of your 3 blockers. I think I would have scooped 2 at that point. Eight? Oh, okay. I completed the play the land. So I was like, why did I get so much gold? Play this one again. This is one of my one of the funner, newest decks that I've built on Arena. It's not that new to me anymore. I've had it for a little while now, but this is one of the funner ones I've built, period.
Yeah, this is a keep. Sage you as the land for turn for birds. The turn 1 Birds of Paradise feels very nice, admittedly. Ooh, okay. It's now 3 damage they've dealt to themselves. Right, I thought about the tap land, but no, let's get this. Blocking that regardless. Let's get the ring on the field, turn 2. Let it start ticking up. Start being threatening. Nice. Drew a basic that time. Oh, okay. Yes, it can hit me this turn, but not for anything that I care about. Yeah, let me just do Commander and Impact Tremors and say oops, because I should have done that in reverse order. Okay, so this turn it is going to be that tap land. That's okay. I am going to be target player, and I'm going to zap you, your commander, for 5 and kill it. And swing for 3 after all that nonsense. Oh yeah, I don't care if that attacks me and gets through. Well, I don't want the things in my graveyard exiled, but if I don't if I bounce it back to the hand, which is what I have the option of doing, he's gonna recast it. He has the mana available to just immediately replay it. And to Grace there, yes, I do see your comments. I was away from the chat for a little bit, but now I've come back. Thank you for them, of course. Do I have... Okay, I do have enough to cast this. Phew! Thought I didn't there for a second. Okay, so I have exactly enough to cast it. Okay. Cast this from exile. Let's go this and... Huh. I'll take 2 lands and 2 2/2s, thank you. Let's impulse draw a card and make a 1/1. Ouch. Figures they would have removal for me. Alright, let's go red and blue. Is actually what I want. Perfect. And no swings. Don't know why I did not expect to see a counter spell, but I didn't. I did not expect to see that coming. I should have. They left open 2 blue. Once again, gonna swing. I do have ways to get the land back, but I don't really want to lose 2 1/1s to kill a 2/1. Life is a resource, as I like to say. I'd rather you exile those 2. Cool, cool. Let's see. Yeah, let's make another bird. Four left. Okay, yeah, let's get Brawl on the field. Now I feel better about casting him than I did earlier. I wasn't sure if I was going to kind of have enough for him, but yeah. That feels like enough. Really? Okay. I'm going to swing for 2. Because I will happily trade a 2/2 for a 5/1. Yep. Because of my prowess, it's a 2/2. And because of that, they don't want to block it. Makes sense. Ooh, that's a problem. That's a card I want out right now to get rid of all their 1 toughness creatures. Oh boy. Love Goblin Bombardment. It is in this deck too. With good reason. After all that, they didn't even swing. Damn it. They had enough to hardcast it. Sad face. That one hurts. Not going to lie. That one kinda hurts. The hell did they just do? Okay. Have fun with that. In my opinion, they don't have the life total to be playing with, but okay. A mana sink. Nice on their part. Now they're willing to swing it. Alright. Let's force the issue here. We're going to have you get +1/+1. You're going to bounce. Impulse draw 1 and another bird. Cool, mana rock. Take it. The big thing this will do is because I'm doing this before combat, regardless of if they choose to turn around and sacrifice it, or if it goes to their hand, the thing that is attacking me no longer has menace. That's going to be big. They declared the blow up to kill a bird, then they scooped. Fair. Very fair, given the board state. On to the next one. Let's see. Goblins is next on my list here. This deck has been a ton of fun to use and to build in paper. My paper list is nearly identical to my list on here. The only difference is the paper list gets to include a few things that aren't on Arena, such as Goblin Balloon Brigade.
That's one I picked up recently that I was very excited about. Oh, this is funny. They heard me. They said, "Oh, you're playing goblins? Alright, that's what you get to face." Sheesh. 2 mana. Not enough. Once again, 2 mana, but this time I get 2 1-drops. One of which has haste, the other one is a haste enabler. That makes me tempted to keep this one, but no, I think I'd rather go down to 6. Cool. We got the 3 lands we wanted. Let's go highway robbery to the bottom. I don't have a lot of cards. I don't really think I'm going to be getting rid of a card or a land anytime soon. I will match you. I will join you, opponent. I like the cut of their jib with that mountain. And let's get this guy on the board. No, let's just go Raceway and Mana Rock. Thanks. I'm gonna swing.
Cool, they didn't block it. Now I'm gonna sacrifice it and kill their commander. Naturally, as this is a Krenko deck, the general is in my deck as well. But I gotta slow him down because she has impact tremors on a stick.
Hello, kitty.
Goblin Ringleader. Ooh, I see haste.
Whenever it enters, reveal the top 4 cards, but all goblin cards revealed, and the rest on the bottom in any order.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Good to know. Oh, so I already have 4 mana before I even play the land for the turn. That's nice. In that case, let's go Reckless Impulse. Hello, kitten. Beautiful.
My own general.
Hi, kitty. Hi. Oh. Hello, Advisor Council. My advisory council, aka my cat, is now here. But she's
Going to lay down on the bed because she doesn't want to lay next to me, of course. Not on my lap. No,
that would be too close.
she doesn't want to do that. 5, 6. Yeah, I think I do actually have enough to... Oh, no, okay, not for... No, yeah,
I did my math right. Cool. Mana Rock into Krenko. Go. Makes sense that she would come back. They have the mana. They're gonna get there. I just got there myself. Cool. Yep, they get a bunch of pings off. As they should. I will make 6 more goblins. Hi. Hi, kitty. Hi. Hello. Come here. Come on. Come sit on my lap. You want attention, cat. That's a microphone. My cat likes the microphone a lot. What the hell? Oh. Oh, okay. So your creatures are massive. I don't give a crap. None of them have trample, buddy. They can all be chump blocked very easily, my friend. And, as you should know, given that this is a goblin fight, I have plenty to chump with. I've still got 4 more of them alive after all of that. Hi. Hi, kitty.
My main problem right now is that I don't have anything else in my hand to make more goblins. That's right now the problem. The ferocification that's still in my hand, while this is nice, this doesn't really help right now. Gutter Snipe is another goblin, but that's about it. We're going to get him on the field. This doesn't do me a ton of good. This is in here honestly to be a haste enabler. Yeah, let's tap Krenko, make some more goblins. No, I can do that at instant speed, so yeah. Oh, because I need 3 total. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I will pass after that. Hi. Hello, kitty. And there's their Krenko. Figures. I'd be shocked if he wasn't in the deck, given who they're playing. Hi. Hi, kitty. Hi. Hi, kitty. My cat wants all of the attention. Hi. Hi, child. Kitty head shake. Now I begin to worry, because now I'm starting to run out of blockers. So one of y'all is getting through. That way I can preserve a goblin. This one. Woof. That is a horrible thing for me to draw. Yeah, that banner is probably going to win them the game. Just all this pumpability I can't do anything about. I couldn't even get in a good game in time. They knocked me out that quick. Okay, well, gotta run that again then, because I did not win the first mirror match. Maybe it'll give me another one and I can win that one. Oh, to be a cat and to lounge. As the cat looks up, yes, I'm talking about you, kitty. Watching the cat clean, or cat yoga, as my mom likes to say. To be a pet.
Okay. Oh, this is a very good hand. 3 lands and a medallion. Yeah, I'm set. Lol, we have the exact same buddy. That's hilarious. Man.
Getting ready to try to message him and go, you there?
Hello? Land for the turn. Not really what I was hoping to draw, but not the worst thing in the world either. Now that guarantees I can cast Krenko, because now I have the lands and the cost reducer to cast him. Okay. I'm wondering where they were.
Cast Krenko on turn 3. Beautiful.
Dang, yep, they've already gotten to cast Joda. That is a problem. Oh, actually, I can cast that and this because I have a cost reducer. Cool. Alright, let's do a Reckless Impulse. Because I don't actually have any more goblins in my hand, which is kind of an issue. I have good cards. I have useful cards, but I don't have a goblin in here. Ooh. Okay. That helps a lot. Both of these are super useful. Let's just go with the banner because then I can cast the matron next turn.
And that leaves mana available to cast a Timely Malfunction should I need one.
Hi, kitty.
So is it the enters trigger that I have to respond to? Because I have something, but...
Hi, kitty.
Okay, now let me try it. Yep, there we go. Yep, you blew up a goblin by mistake because of an untimely malfunction. And that is why I chose to cast the Mana Rock first as opposed to the Matron. The Matron's great, don't get me wrong, but the Mana Rock allowed me to leave mana open to cast that. And I think that is a better use of my resources. Land is probably the worst thing I could have drawn. Helps that I have a lot of mana available, though. I will happily search for a goblin card. There's one I want in particular. There he is, the Howl Squad Heavy. Not going to do anything else with the mana, to be fair. So yeah, Rising of the Day. Going to actually enter full control. Because if I don't think it'll let me do this timing-wise. Cool. That way I do have to swing, but I at least get some damage in. And damage is relevant now, because I have speed to worry about. No, go to your heart's content, opponent. I don't have any interaction this time. Oh, I have to discard a card. Well, let's discard Goblin Barrage, because 4 damage is not enough to kill anything on your board at this point. And I certainly don't have enough to hit. And 4 damage doesn't do a lot to their face, either. Triggered ability of a legendary triggers... Oh, so they got a double trigger off of Kroxa, which discarded both of my cards. Okay. How the hell? I don't even know how they've managed to kill my commander at this point. Oh my goodness. Well, that explains how all these things are on the board and doing something. I already... Fine, game. Kick me out. Thank you. Hurry up and kick me out, game, if you're gonna do this. You gotta love when the game crashes. Hi, kitty. Fun. Oh, that's fun. Now I get to fight with Steam and ask it what's wrong with it. There's no reason why it should be doing this. Oh, that's fun.
So yeah, since this thing wants to be a pain, I'm going to take a break and come back after I've eaten something. And hopefully by that time the computer will cooperate with me. I'll be back. Oh? Now does it want to load? I'll do one more game before I have to go if it wants to load. No. That's the issue. No? Okay. Does look like it's gonna load at least. Oh, that's hilarious. It's gonna tell me I'm still in the same match and it's still asking me the same question. No, okay, it just went into my turn. How did they steal a couple of my cards? Oh, duh, because of Atali. Cool. Now that I've rejoined, I'm gonna scoop. I'm gonna leave. Because that also means that it left my commander in the graveyard. Because I clicked that button that put it back in the command zone, and it just crashed as soon as I did that. So. Okay. I'll take one more swing then with Krenko. And then I'll call it quits then. Okay. Oh, very good hand. We got an arcane signet. We got to start your engines land. Yeah, this is really nice. The arcane signet is the key here, though, because that speeds a lot up. Lets me cast Krenko on turn 3. Yep, cast him. Say go. If you got removal, I would use it. I got plenty of choices here on what to cast. I think I just go wide. Let's get the Beetleback Chief. And I can make a lot of gobos. Yep. Oh. Okay. I'll take it, but I'm surprised. I think they're noticing that I'm about to swing with 6 1/1s and a 2/2, not caring if any of them die, and I'm going to immediately tap him and make some replacements. Before I do that, of course, I'm going to cast this. That way when the 6, 7, when the 8 fresh ones come in, they take 8 to the face, since he is another Impact Tremors on a stick. Well, you know, things and stuff. Yeah. I mean, I got the win, but that doesn't feel like a appropriate match, so. So we'll run it one more time. water is nice and noisy. Ooh, okay, that's a problem. 2 lands. Do have the 3 mana rock, but actually, I've got 2 lands. Got a spell to cast on turn 1 and turn 2, and the turn 2 spell says discard 1 to draw 2, and I can discard something with flashback, so I'm actually going to keep this. And look at that. I'm rewarded. There's that 3rd land I need to be able to play the mana rock, which gets me up to 4 mana, which lets me cast the commander. Beautiful. Still gonna do the whole discard the card with flashback to draw 2. Nice. Got a land and a removal piece. At least in this deck, this is removal. I had this played against me in a game, Krenko versus Krenko. They used this to destroy target. They used this to blow up either my Arcane Signet or my Heraldic Banner, whatever it was. They used it to blow up a mana rock. And I was just blown away by that. And then, okay, so I could, yeah, I think I'm going to do that and try to slow him down a little. We're going to deal 2 damage to this creature while it's still a 2/2, while it's still killable. That does cost me a goblin, and now I don't have I won't be able to cast Krenko with an open mana. Not that I care about that too much, but things and stuff. But nonetheless, let's cast Krenko. Say go. Rough, but not that surprising that he had a flash version of Oblivion Ring. It's wild. I don't care if it's only for a creature. The fact that it has flash is huge. Damn. I draw 3 damage, but that's not enough. Ramp and a haste enabler. Go. It sucks that he already has the counters, because now, even though I have Lightning Strike, I can't kill anything with it. This is, needless to say, an issue. Okay. That's nice. Now I got to cast him into that. Which, if nothing else, means that now I get to make 2 goblins instead of 1 when I tap Krenko, which is not nothing. Cool. Swing for 5. Why not? All the Glitters is a fantastic card for them to have in this deck. It's really bad for me, but it's fantastic for them to have here. Gonna jump black. So I don't have enough to negotiation to do enough damage to this to kill it. Well, actually. Which means X would be 3. Actually, I might be able to kill it, but that would be all of my mana, and I don't think that's the best usage of my resources. Nothing I want to discard, though. Let's get connecting the dots on the field. And then let's tap Cranko. And swing.
Now I will happily use this and take it out. Actually, what I should... No, that was a misplay. I shouldn't have used the lightning strike. I should have used the negotiation. That way... I should have used the negotiation. That way I could have made another goblin or two on that turn. But, hey, I didn't see it. It's the things you see after the fact. And now my speed is up to 3, which is great, but I don't really need to sacrifice this to give everything haste because I now have this on the field. So this is kind of useless at this point, but it has gotten my speed out and moving, so there is something to be said for that. Oh, this sucks because I can't sacrifice it in response. So, right, and it specifically says face down, so now there's 2 face down cards that I can't view. And I have to wonder what's under there the longer this game goes on. Okay, now I'm going to cast this because the only creature they have is their commander, and I'm not doing anything to that. So, cool. Much better. Because that's an anthem. Swing for a lot. Okay, so if I even swung these guys, it would only have dropped him to 2, so he would have still lived. And because he still has that commander out, I had to leave back blockers. I opted to leave back 2 blockers in case they can manage to remove one of them. They have 9 cards? Oh, because they draw 2 extra cards a turn. Because of that. Got it. Okay. Once again, I do not see the magic word, so chump block. Oh, that's a wrap. Good game. There is the magic word, so now I will take 17 to the face. 18. Okay. GG. It's not a win, but that one feels like a better one to end on. So with that being said, now I'm going to take a break to go get some food. I'll be back, and hopefully you will be kind enough to join me when I return. Until then, take care.